Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? You are listening to the world famous Behind the Baller podcast. Happy Thursday, everyone. I am your host, Ben Baller. This may shock you guys. Today, I'm Ben Humble, okay? I'm still the Korean John Cusack. I'm still Ode Sue. And I will forever and always be the Forrest Gump of hip-hop. What's good, y'all? Hope everyone's having a good week. We've got over the hump. But I've had a rough week, a lot of reflection, a lot of what's the word I'm looking for, man? Pointing the finger at myself, right? Accountability. It's got nothing to do with this podcast today, just what's going on in my real life. I like to share a lot of things. This is something I just, it wouldn't even be proper to share with you guys. But some things got to change, so why not start today? In fact, why not start right motherfucking now? Right? By the way, that is some new Lakey Lake music right there underlying in the background. I just wanted to kind of flex that because it's been, a little minute since Lakey has given me some music. He was actually going to come on the show, and then last minute he had to leave town. So, again, man, it's been a weird week. It's something that's been, bothering me for a minute and bothering other people too. But, it's the attitude, like, I used to have an ego, but then I realized I'm perfect. All right, that was a joke. All right, guys, I'm kidding. All right, I'm kidding. In general, if you don't know this is something that there's stereotypes, right? Korean men have big heads. You could even, Google that. You'd be like, what the fuck? Why they got such a big head? You could tell most Asian people who are aware of things, they can tell the difference between Chinese, Japanese, Korean, if you're full-blooded. One trait of Korean men that I have to say is it's a true stereotype that I do have is that we have bad tempers. And I'm sort of intense. People who've met me, whether I'm being mad, I'm nice, whatever. I could be in my mind, on a 2 or 3. Other people would think I'm on an 8. And I'm really chill, even when I'm whispering or chewing gum, like I could be literally sitting back, relaxing, listening to Grover Washington Jr. play the saxophone. You know what I'm saying? Like chilling on some jazz. And people think like, yo, you got chill. You got to chill. But yeah, there's some things that got to change. And, it's crazy because I've gone this far in my life. And I think maybe some of the things they got intensified. And anyways, enough of that. No need to talk about that. By the way, I've been on my vocabulary shit. I love that vocabulary app. I pay for it. It's another subscription that I pay for. And I know people just don't even realize it. We got fucking subscriptions up the ass. Apple, Spotify, fucking Netflix, this and this. Like, yo, shit. I got fucking $1,200 in fucking monthly subscriptions. And I do. But that vocab app is lit. And now I have another title to my name. Not a moniker, but an actual title. From now on, I need you guys to address me as the professional raconteur. All right? I'm not going to tell you what that is. You're going to have to fucking Google it. You don't even know how to spell it probably. But I am a raconteur. That is definitely, that is one thing. Another app that I downloaded and fucking had a subscription to is download the Speak Korean app. Because I done fucked around too long. Obviously I can get by and do like the most minimal shit, right? Speak to a little kid maybe. And it's just gotten worse and worse. Even though I go to Korea a lot, it's gotten bad. And I think about that. And my mom's given up on it. There was a point where she was disappointed. She doesn't give a fuck now. I think she's so happy that, and I say this and I feel weird about saying it, but you shouldn't feel weird. I mean, I guess to most people, I guess I am successful, right? And I still feel like I haven't even reached my goals. And I've said this before on this podcast. But one goal is to fluently speak Korean. My Korean is really bad. And so I got that app. But yeah, anyways, I was reading this thing on Yahoo, and I don't read Yahoo very often. Someone sent me a link. And it said, holding grudges can take years off your life. Pretty much could kill you early, right? And I'm the motherfucker that holds a grudge off some real petty shit. I've always been petty. I've been a motherfucking petty dude. That ain't a good, that's a fucking awful trait. And I don't even want to be negative about it. It can't be me anymore. And I have been letting a lot of grudges go by. Just got too much to, be blessed and happy about. And the crazy thing is my wife is opposite. she will hold a grudge. And, when she lets it go, it's good. And everyone needs help. But, here. The thing that I want to discuss real quick, and it's got nothing to do with business, but it's got everything to do with life. I noticed that a lot of married men listen to this show. How do I know? Because they email me and they message me and stuff, right? And there are protocols, right? There's protocol in love. Obviously, people know there is, but some people don't know. And again, like, oh, who are you to say this? I'm not that. But I almost want to put up against, the example of you don't cross the street when cars are driving by. You want to wait for the stoplight. If there's no stoplight, yeah, be careful, right? That should be obvious to a lot of men. They don't know that this is that obvious. When you say I do and your wife says I do, it's y'all against the world. That's it. For all the women listening to this, do you agree? When you get married, and some people say, I don't want to be married, I don't want to sign this legal. Man, look, I get it. There's legal documents, boom, here and there. Some people don't take it as serious as they used to. There's still weddings going on, but, a lot of people are, this and that, and there's all kinds of things. I don't care. Everyone should be able to get married. You're non-binary, you're trans, who cares? You want to get married? Get married. All I'm saying is when you and your partner say, I do, it's y'all against the world. Some people may disagree. Some mama's boys might disagree here and there. Look, I love my mom. That was my idol for the longest time. She's known me longer than anybody in the world, right? Nobody is more important than your partner, all right? And I'm going to correct that in a second. When you say I do and your partner says I do, it is you guys against the world, period. Nothing comes in between that. Not your mom, not your dad, not your brother, not your sister. Both parties must understand this, though, for this to work out. Okay? There is protocol, like I said. Nothing should be stronger than that. Period. Okay? When you guys hit your milestones, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20 year, 25 year, right? 50 year. Okay? Don't think I'm going to see 50 years of marriage, right? Because I got married kind of late, but shit, it's a goal. But once you have a child, that child is now the most important thing in your life. Okay? You have multiple children. You may love them differently, but the level of love is at the maximum capacity. Now, I just said, your partner, my wife, comes before my mom. That's, when I learned that, I was like, wow, I had it all wrong the first time I got engaged, right? I've only been engaged once. And then, I was fucking, I just realized right now, holy shit. That was like 7, 8 years before I actually got engaged. It was crazy. I just thought about that right now. Sorry, I'm just and saying this on the record. But yeah, when your child is born, nothing is more important than that. That child for sure comes before your wife, your husband, and it should be the same way for her, right? Can't put your partner before that. But I'm just saying, like, that's everything. For all you people out there who are very peaceful people, no issues. There's a follower of mine who's on Twitter. I follow him. He's a good dude. He's local SoCal dude. He has kids. Super good dude, Patrick. I know he's listening to the show right now. Even when I joke with him about just like joke violence, people say, oh, violence is not a joke. I'm talking about when I say something like smack me on the mouth. I'm kidding. And I know as the decades of time have elapsed, those jokes ain't jokes no more to people. And you know what? I need people to fucking ease the fuck up. But anyways, Patrick is like, man, I'm just such a chill dude and blah, blah. I forgot what the exact words were. But my point is, whether or not you are the most peaceful, calm, chill person, when you have a child, that's when you realize you can kill someone. And what do I mean? I mean, if somebody fucks with your son or your daughter, you already know that instinct is just forget about it. All right? But anyways, I had a crazy week, and I had a lunch meeting that went to one of the longest lunches I ever had in my life. In my life, one of the longest lunches I've had. On a personal level, it was crazy. And I just realized, one, yes, I'm still intermittent fasting, and I've told you I've capped off on that, but I realized it's helped my gut a lot, meaning my ulcerative colitis. And the funny thing is, you know what? I never thought about calling Mike Rappaport, but it would fucking change his life. Because now it's been over a month without waking up to coffee every single day. And I think I get past it. And now I don't even think about coffee like that anymore. In the midday I do, but I don't think about the first thing, boom. And my habits are different. I get addictions. And it takes a certain amount of time to, addiction. It's been 14 years since I've had a cigarette. And, intermittent fasting has made my gut more solid. So anyways, going on, what I was thinking about was I'm sitting in my Senna and I'm sitting in traffic in the hills, and I'm bumper to bumper traffic at 3:00. Thinking about this shit stresses me out. My son's got to go to jujitsu. I got to get over there so my wife can take him, so I don't have to take anybody else. My daughter's sick this week, by the way. Thought it was COVID, fucking tested her, was fucking really, really praying it wasn't. And, we got to get on it. I'm sitting in a car that I just can't do certain things. And some people are like, oh, you can't. No, you think about, the consequences and stuff. And some people live by that. Fuck that. You don't have no consequences. All right, cool. Then you don't realize, don't think about, all right, well, when you live with no consequences, you live all that free. Most of the time, those people don't have a long life. And when they do, they don't necessarily have, it's not about material items, owning you instead of you owning them. It's about being smart with investments, because my exotic cars that I own happen to be something that makes me money as well. So I respect it. But anyways, sitting in cars like that, usually I'm like, fuck. Especially in a car like that, there ain't no jumping in the back seat to take a shit. If your stomach hurts or whatever, you're just fucked. But I think about all the time that I rush my wife out of the house. I rush my kids out of the house. I'm very punctual about being on time. And one thing with me is I've never had time to relax. I've always feel like I'm living on expired time. And that's a bad thing, right? And me and my life would be different if I didn't have that type of pressure, sitting in the back of my head. But I always feel that way. And, my wife might be like, oh shit, there's only a couple days left. And I'm thinking like, yo, what do you mean a couple days? Like we're a wrap. I've already packed for, our cruise, and, it's Thursday and we don't leave until Sunday, and I've been packed for 3 days. And this is only because I'm like, fuck, it's a week and I would write my shit down. I'm super organized. But again, this is with everything. Oh, we're going to get ice cream. All right, come on, let's get going. And there's no rush. And rarely do I ever get to relax like that. And I wonder, all that, accelerated lifestyle is got to stop. And it's something that should have stopped 10 years ago. Should have stopped before I had kids, because you can't live like that with kids. Kids, it takes time. So I thought a lot about that. So anyways, I sat down with my old boss, Bryan Turner. Now, no mistake, this man is a one-of-a-kind human being. This man is a legend. This man is a fucking pioneer. And I want to hear shit two ways about it. I don't give a fuck about hearing anything from anybody else. This man is the CEO and co-founder of Priority Records. That is the house that built NWA, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Master P, Jay-Z's first album, and a whole other bunch of shit, right? This man gave me my first record label job ever. I work at Death Row, but it was like bullshit. I was a studio rat. I was a DJ here and there. I'm talking, he gave me my first real job. And this man was doing this in his early 30s. This man was fucking doing this shit, at late 20s, early 30s. This man was on a record label. It's like, when I think about that then, you think about now, there's people like Lil Bibby, other people have stuff, but there's backing, major here and there. This man has always had independent distribution. He's always been really smart about how he makes his moves. And I think about it, and this man made, 9 figures during a time where it was difficult to do that. And, he's so smart, so savvy. This guy's, come on, he's the fucking president of a record label. He's dealt with Cube, Suge, all types of people. And we've had great discussions. And he believed me. And he thought he saw something in me. And we had we had a fucking almost 4-hour lunch. And we didn't even scratch the surface because I haven't seen him in almost 20 years. I think I barely ran into him real quick about somewhere, but he's, fuck man, that was 25 years ago. This was 30. I mean, he's in his 60s now, still looks great. He married a friend of mine, and I knew his wife before I knew him. And, we talked about a bunch of things. We talked about how the music business is being run now, and 360 deals, and how record labels own your merchandise, sales, your fucking touring, and it's just, and he's like, man, we lived in we worked in the best era of music. And he's saying this not being biased, he's being, he's being real, and it's true. And now he wants to tell his story. And I don't want to tell you guys, the name of his story, his book, documentary, anything, but it's fucking brilliant. And, I think that he was depicted in the Straight Outta Compton movie kind of fucked up. Like, he ain't no tough guy, but he's not that. They made it seem like he was a sober pussy and whatever. But, look, man, this is a man that helped start a lot of careers. He fed a lot of people. He's one of the most fair guys I've ever met in that, time of me being in the music business. And I don't want to bore you guys, but it was a very inspirational lunch. And he said, look, man, the thing that fucked me up was, he said, this is the role reversal now. It's the master, the teacher, learning from the student. He's like, the roles reversed now. He goes, what you've done is amazing. My his kids are, in their late teens and in their 20s. And he's like, they're fans of yours and they know who you are and everything. And it's wild. What he's done as a parent is fucking beyond phenomenal. I can't even, I salute him. Just like I salute Jimmy Jam. And these are, literally legendary people in the music business. He's always been able to kind of just stay out, doesn't care about the spotlight or nothing, but his story should be heard. And we were talking, and I've said this in the K-Town Hustler series, I'm almost positive I did, but I had just signed the biggest contract of my employment, in the music business, in the record business, and literally a week or less than 2 weeks, it was like a week or two, and Dr. Dre asked me to join him, and start Aftermath, which was Black Market Records then. And by the time I told Bryan, he already knew. And he was a little disgusted. And he was like, what are you going to do? He's going to sue me? There's nothing, he just wasn't petty. And it kind of, obviously tarnished our relationship. But it was the game, is what it was. And I told Bryan, I said, you know what, bro? I looked him dead in the face. We sat, had the longest fucking lunch. It was fucking amazing. We're at the Polo Lounge. I love that place. And, we're talking about accolades and things and what I've been up to. And I said, Bryan, it was crazy. You know what? What if I didn't go to Aftermath? What if I just stayed? I mean, who fucking knows? What if Jay-Z stayed too, right? Like, what if I was able to talk Andrew Shack into fucking, giving Jay that Benz and getting them that crib in Beverly Hills and other stuff? And who fucking knows, right? What would have happened, right? I told him, I said, look, I foresaw the future. And I knew. Because you know what? I ended up leaving Aftermath, after a couple of years, and it didn't work out, right? And I was a DJ. And I had my struggles. And I went broke, and I moved in with my sister. And I said, Bryan, what if I didn't go to Aftermath? Be fucking crazy, right? And, he's like, yeah, man, you had to, though. It was part of your plan. And just what if it wasn't, though? We had Master P dropping a record every single week. Can you imagine? There's times where the music business would shut down. It shut down completely. The radio, everything shuts down. No adding. 52 weeks in a year. This man, Master P, was dropping an album every week. And a lot of them were going gold. A majority of them. It was crazy what he was doing. And, we had Cube still. We had all kinds of shit. And I just had an R&B group that didn't pop. And we spent a shit ton of money on them. But legendary people worked there. My boy, Mark Benish, rest in peace, who was a very big part of Tupac's career, and there was just so much going on there. I would have been lost in the shuffle. Now, the thing is, I was already an executive now, right? So what he made me executive VP. I don't know. I'd been maybe top 5 in the company. It was a pretty big company. And I said, yeah, cool. I'd have been taking a check, doing things. And I'm sure I could have, gave advice and did whatever, but I would have been telephoning in. I wouldn't have made a difference. And that's the thing about me. I got to make a difference. I got to go out there and stick out. Now I'm a different dude. I want to chill back and kick it. But anyways, I just want to let you guys know that it was a fucking amazing lunch. That's why I wanted to share it with you. I just want to tell you guys that before we go into this commercial break. And hopefully I get Bryan on the show. It's something that I do want to get him on the show. And I got to thank Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray, who at one point was the biggest fucking rock star in the world. He was such a big fucking deal. And he's fucking motherfucking most handsome fucking white boy from Orange County. It was crazy. But yeah, Mark McGrath connected me back with Bryan after not talking for so long. And me and his wife were talking forever. It's fucking amazing. I cannot wait. I got to get him on the podcast. He's just crazy stories. Just like I got to get my coach from SF State from basketball team to get on here. But yeah, let's get into a break. Yeah, we got that new Lakey music right there. I'm fucking super pumped. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Cost of living is rising, and you're responsible for yourself and others. On that note, it makes sense why people get life insurance, especially term coverage, which is surprisingly affordable. Why not pay a bit each month to protect the ones you love? If you're asking yourself this question, choose Ladder. Ladder is 100% digital, no doctors, no needles, no paperwork. When you apply for $3 million in coverage or less, just answer a few questions about your health in an application. You just need a few minutes and a phone or laptop to apply. Ladder's smart algorithms work in real time, so you'll find out if you're instantly approved. No hidden fees, cancel anytime, get a full refund if you change your mind in the first 30 days. Ladder policies are issued by insurers with long, proven histories of paying claims. They're rated A and A+ by AM Best. Ladder's customers rate them 4.8 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot, and they've made Forbes' Best Life Insurance 2021 list. Finally, since life insurance costs more as you age, now is the time to cross it off your list. So go to ladderlife.com/baller today to see if you're instantly approved. That's LADDER life.com/baller. Ladderlife.com/baller. People don't always realize that physical symptoms like headaches, teeth grinding, and even digestive issues can be indicators of stress. And let's not forget about sleeping too little, sleeping too much, undereating, and overeating. Stress is real. Stress from family, friends, businesses, and more. How you navigate all these can make or break your life and yourselves. Stress shows up in all kinds of ways. And in a world that's telling you to do more, sleep less, and grind all the time, here's your reminder to take care of yourself. Do less, and maybe try some therapy. Therapy is good because it helps you get outside of your own mind with dedicated professionals. BetterHelp is a customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy. Give it a try and see if online therapy can help lower your stress. Behind the Baller listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/baller. That's BETTERHELP.com/baller. So there's a lot going on in the music shit right now with like Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. I don't know what the fuck to believe, right? There's, I think that Tory might be, legitimately, not fully innocent, but innocent in, amongst his, a jury of his peers. The only thing is he don't know how to shut the fuck up. And he's got a great attorney. He's got an amazing legal team, but I can't believe they just can't control this dude. Like, yo, you can literally fuck your whole situation up. Like, stop the cap. It's crazy. I don't know if it's Napoleon syndrome or whatever, but anyways, that's some wild shit I was thinking about. What else is going on? I guess right when I dropped this, right, Kanye had announced that he's canceling Coachella, which is no big off. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to be here in fucking April. I'm gone, all of April, pretty much. And 420 is all I give a fuck about. That's the important thing to me. You know what I'm saying? San Francisco 420, Hippie Hill is going to be fucking huge. But yeah, this is wild. Swedish House Mob and The Weeknd are doing, and I don't know how big of a replacement it is. Kanye lost $8 million off this thing. The Weeknd live is, I don't know, man. It's hard to say, like one of my boys, Mark Sudak, does festivals. He's a very savvy dude. And he said he wanted to book The Weeknd, but he only wanted The Weeknd to perform House of Balloons. And that will be forever. I mean, if we're talking 2010 and newer, it's got to be top 3, if not even number 1 best fucking album I've heard in the last, in the 2010 and now, in the last 12 years. But I don't give a fuck because I'm not going to Coachella. But yeah, it was just fucking, Kanye's trying to figure out his shit right now, and Pete's doing whatever. And I don't know, man. That shit just don't sit right with me with what's going on with him and all this other weirdo shit. And it's funny because I've been wanting to actually talk to Kim and ask her opinion about a few things. But I don't know. And I think she'd talk. It's just crazy. I had a long talk with Rob this weekend too. And me and Rob got into it real deep because he's going through the situation with fucking Black China and Osa Tiger and all this other stuff going on. Speaking of Tiger, though, not Tiger. Tiger Woods is back in the Masters. My agent is there right now. My whole agency, Excel Sports Management, is there. Because obviously, my agency, we rep Tiger Woods, Colin Morikawa, and a bunch of other people. In fact, this new girl who's, going over there. This is crazy. I think next year, I'm definitely going to head to Augusta and check out the Masters, and I can't wait to see the fucking course and everything. I'm actually excited to go to this month or next month. I think next month we'll go to TaylorMade, go check them out, go check out Torrey Pines, and fucking super hyped for this fucking George Lopez Classic. I'm practicing now 3-4 times a week instead of, practicing once and I have my lesson. I'm fucking having 2 lessons and fucking practicing twice. I'm going heavy duty, right? It's crazy. The Lakers, fucking sad. Officially eliminated from the playoffs, from the play-in, from everything. It's just fucking pathetic. That doo-doo bet in the beginning of the season, he bet 10 grand that the Lakers wouldn't make it to the playoffs. I think he just put the money or whatever, and I think he made 120 grand back. Great fucking bet. It's just sad. And what's more like disappointing is the way that teams are going. NFL's getting kind of bad, but basketball's already bad. The super teams and putting together, there was a big 3. Now there's like big 4, big 5, just all this weirdo shit. And LeBron did an interview the other day, and it's crazy because it wasn't out of context. Or not, sorry, it wasn't an interview. He was on his show, The Shop. I've never watched more than 1 minute. I've seen little, bits and pieces. I've never seen an entire episode. But he's like, they're asking him, who would you want to play with, blah, blah, whatever. Because I was like, nah, he's going to retire as a Laker because he lives here, boom. I don't think he's going to retire as a Laker anymore. And that was before, him saying that he's going to go where Bronny gets signed. I just think our whole team chemistry is fucking off. Everything is off. I watched Magic Johnson this week on First Take, and Magic was spitting game. And I didn't understand the DeMar DeRozan trade in depth, and I did hear it, and I'm like, yo, that was fucking crazy. We could have kept Caruso. We could have kept KCP. I'm like, why the fuck do we do all this shit for this? Because it's great. We have some great, we have 3 or 4 power guys, and then we have the rest of our team just, And, that would have been the difference. And look, it's so crazy to see every fucking player from Josh Hart to fucking Brandon Ingram to fucking, even Kuzma or Caruso, they flourish. And I was like, what the fuck's up? Now, of course, Vogel's fucked up. But it just, I don't know, man. That shit just bothers the fuck out of me. It just drives me nuts that he said one of the people he would love to play with, meaning play on a team with, is Steph Curry. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, really? You want to jump on the Warriors now, bro? Because it's like super close to the Bay? Like, that just fucking cringe. That just sounds, I hate that word cringe, and that's how I felt. And they asked Steph how he felt about that. You know what, Miles, man, can you pull that clip up of Steph Curry? When he's talking about, he hears that LeBron mentioned that he wanted to play with them.
You hear what your boy said?
Who my boy?
Take a listen.
Who else you want to play with?
In today's game, Steph Curry. Yeah. Steph Curry's the one that I want to play with.
Oh, shoot.
The chef. You know what? Hey, he might want to play with you next weekend now.
That is phenomenal. When did he say that? Was that on the shop?
Yeah.
I guess the latest one, yeah.
No. Well, we got his wish. So he's the captain. He's picked me the last two All-Star games. So I don't know if that suffices, but I'm good right now.
How's that make you feel, though?
Good right now. I mean, whenever you get the interest or curiosity of what it would be like to play with, arguably, MVP kind of caliber dude like he is, and one of the greatest of all time. Cool. Like, it's amazing.
Right.
We all can live in that fantasy world, though.
I mean, even Steph's like, oh, it's great, MVP dude. He didn't say the greatest ever, or he kind of said, but like, even Steph's like, it's cool, not tripping. Like, do you know back in the day, I hate doing the comparisons, but you have to do them. Even at the end of a career, you know how motherfuckers would have been hyped like Kobe? If Kobe heard that Jordan wanted to come to the fucking Lakers, do you have any idea what kind of motherfucker would lose his mind? Yeah, there'd probably be some shit going on inside the locker room, but it's weird, man. Weird. Anyways, guys, I've had a really rough week. Maybe, this vacation would be good. I don't know what's going to happen. It's a rough spot. I am going to be on a boat. We're going to be at sea. I did pay a shit ton of money for Wi-Fi. When I say a shit ton, I'm talking like 3 or 4 months of high-speed internet price. No, I'm sorry. 6 to 8 months of high-speed internet prices at a home residence compared to 7 days on a boat. And they even said they don't know how patchy, how good it's going to be. That would be tough if I do a 30, minute. What if I do an hour twice a week, right? Boom. So it's a little difficult. And Miles is also going on vacation. And this is just, the timing was right for me to put the mic down literally for a little bit until I figure out some shit that's going on in my life. I do have an interview with Thatch Nguyen again, the Seattle real estate guru. He comes on and that episode drops on this Monday, and he drops some real fucking amazing game about real estate. He really drops that 101. For those of you who are asking about investing, if you have some money here and there, he really brings up some amazing points, how to get your first home and all that shit. Next Thursday, there will be an episode, but will not be a new episode. We are going to replay, because a lot of new people haven't listened to the OG, but we're going to talk about my favorite food spots in LA. And, there might be a 30-second to a minute, intro. There will not be an outro on Monday's episode or next Thursday episode. There'll be no outro. We're just going to say goodbye, and that's what it is. And I appreciate you guys a lot. I appreciate you guys for understanding. It's been kind of weird. Maybe social media is fucking with my head. I don't know. And it's, because I've already dealt with so many different things. But I do have some exciting news, because while this podcast is airing and throughout the weekend, opening day is happening in the MLB and Major League Baseball all across the country. And I want to let you guys know early. I will not say it anywhere on social media just yet. Maybe I'm going to let you guys know first that I have an official collaboration with Rawlings. And when I was a kid, to ask my mom to buy me a Rawlings glove, a mitt, that was everything. And I have a fucking sick ass Ben Baller Rawlings official collaboration on field. Not no fucking, for show shit. This is actually official on field. My boy Jock Peterson's going to be rocking one at games, even though fuck you, Jock, you play for the goddamn Giants, you motherfucker. And I have an official Rawlings baseball. They are still the official baseball for the Major League Baseball. I have some Major League Baseballs from 2 different World Series, the ones that we fucking lost. But yeah, that's coming out. I have an official Master Dynamic Ben Baller. Master Dynamic is the fucking Bentley of headphones and headsets. I have their first ever gaming headset, black and gold Master Dynamic Ben Baller gaming headset that is dropping at the end of the month. I got some shit coming, y'all. I have some amazing collaborations. I got a lot going on, but that is all I have for right now. I got to sit back and just chill. I got a lot going on in my life. If you are at the Laker game tomorrow night, which is our last home game, it's fucking sad. There's nothing I can really do about it, but I do have floor seats If you do see me at the game, say what's up. Say you're a BTB Army member. Say something. We'll figure it out. Take a picture. I don't know. But yeah, man. Floor seats at the Laker game. If you see me tomorrow night at Crypto.com Arena, holla at your boy. But I do appreciate you guys always. You know it's always love. I had to get this episode in at least to break down what's going on. And I hope that, things stay on course and we keep it pushing. And I know we will. All right. So Korean John Cusack loves you guys. My man Lake is about to play some music and get us out of here. I'll see you guys back in some time. Hopefully sooner than later. All right. Peace.